Have you ever noticed that something as simple as a handful of nuts might be the reason you're waking up multiple times during the night? It may sound unlikely, but for many older adults, this quiet evening habit could be quietly disturbing their sleep. You head to bed after a long day, looking forward to rest, but your bladder seems to have other plans. The night turns into a pattern of interruptions. You stir awake, your body feels drained, and the morning no longer greets you with the freshness it once did. Here's the good news: some nuts can actually help relax your bladder, while others subtly irritate it. In this article, we'll gently uncover 5 types of nuts that support deeper, uninterrupted sleep, and 5 you'll want to avoid after dusk. These are small lifestyle tweaks, but they can bring meaningful relief. Before we get into it, I'd love to know where you're reading this from and what time is it for you right now. Feel free to share in the comments. Even a tiny glimpse into your day is warmly appreciated here. And if you find these insights helpful, don't forget to follow for more thoughtful tips designed just for you. As we age, many of us notice that sleep begins to shift. You may lie down hoping for uninterrupted rest, but around 1 a.m., nature calls. Then again at 3 a.m., and maybe once more just before sunrise. While many chalk this up to aging, the truth is that your body may be asking for more gentle understanding. After age 60, your kidneys begin to function with a slower, more refined rhythm. They're still working, but fluid balance starts to change, particularly at night. A hormone called vasopressin, which helps the body retain water during sleep, naturally declines with age. That drop leads to increased urine production precisely when your body most needs uninterrupted rest. Meanwhile, the nerves surrounding the bladder become more reactive than they once were. Even when there's just a small amount of urine present, the bladder may signal your brain to wake up. Years ago, your bladder would have waited. Now, it responds at the slightest pressure. Certain foods, especially salty, oily nuts, or those with diuretic effects, can quietly worsen this pattern. They may appear harmless, but consumed late in the day, they can stimulate the kidneys or irritate the bladder, leading to more frequent wake-ups. That's why what you eat and when matters so much after 60. It's not about cutting foods out completely. It's about aligning with your body's evolving needs and supporting it with simple, kind choices. Let's start with 5 nuts that help reduce nighttime urination. Almonds, a gentle friend to the bladder. Almonds have long been trusted in many homes for their nourishing, calming effects, especially for older adults who seek both strength and tranquility. They're rich in magnesium and vitamin E, 2 nutrients known to help relax the muscles surrounding the bladder. As we get older, those muscles can become more reactive, and almonds support them in staying calm even when the bladder isn't full. This means fewer false alarms during the night and a more restful sleep. Almonds are rich in magnesium and vitamin E, 2 nutrients known to ease tension in the muscles surrounding the bladder. As we get older, those muscles tend to become more reactive, often waking us even when the bladder isn't very full. Almonds help settle that response, leading to fewer unnecessary wake-ups during the night and allowing for more restful, uninterrupted sleep. They're also great for managing blood sugar levels, which can help reduce sudden wakefulness caused by energy crashes. For anyone living with diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions, this gentle regulation can be especially important at night. The most effective way to enjoy almonds is to soak 5 to 7 of them overnight, peel them in the morning, and eat them around 5 p.m. Avoid grabbing cold almonds straight from the fridge. Cold foods can be harder to digest as we age. Fox nuts, macanas. Light on the stomach, gentle on the bladder. If you're looking for a light snack that doesn't disturb your sleep, fox nuts, also known as macanaceae, a smart choice. They're naturally low in oil and sodium and don't act as diuretics, meaning your kidneys can stay relaxed through the night. They're also easy on digestion, helping to reduce pressure in the abdomen and around the bladder. These puffy, crunchy seeds are rich in calcium and plant-based protein nutrients that support both physical strength and balanced sleep patterns as we grow older. In many traditional households across eastern India, seniors roast foxnuts lightly in clarified butter ghee with a sprinkle of cumin for a 6 p.m. treat. This simple snack keeps the belly light and the mind calm as night approaches. Whether plain or gently seasoned, they're best enjoyed before 7 p.m. Pistachios, a cheerful helper for the urinary tract. Pistachios, with their lovely green color and sweet flavor, offer more than just good taste. They're rich in potassium, which helps relax the smooth muscle tissue of the urinary tract. This relaxation means fewer false alarms from your bladder in the middle of the night. Pistachios also contain natural anti-inflammatory properties that can be comforting if your bladder tends to feel irritated. However, they're best eaten in moderation. Too many pistachios may lead to bloating or excess fat intake, which can make sleeping more difficult. Stick to about 1 small handful, roughly 28 grams, ideally between 4:30 and 5 p.m. Always opt for plain, unsalted pistachios. Avoid the salted or flavored varieties in snack bags, as they're often packed with sodium that may disrupt your system overnight. 4. Flex seeds. A tiny seed for deep, restorative rest. Don't let their size fool you. Flax seeds are powerful. These little brown seeds are especially helpful for older adults dealing with poor sleep or inflammation. They're one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which help ease joint discomfort and bladder inflammation, creating the right environment for better rest. Flax seeds also support melatonin production, the hormone your body uses to maintain deep sleep. Even though they have a mild diuretic effect when eaten earlier in the evening, they can actually help your bladder stay in rhythm and avoid unnecessary nighttime awakenings. The best way to enjoy flax seeds is simple. Lightly roast a teaspoon, then stir it into a warm glass of milk or sprinkle it over your evening porridge. Try to have it around 5:30 to 6 p.m., giving your body time to absorb its calming nutrients before bed. Woo! Sesame seeds, a warming companion for hormonal balance. Sesame seeds may be tiny, but they've been part of traditional winter diets for generations, especially among women navigating postmenopause. In Eastern wellness traditions, sesame considered a warming food that brings balance to the body's energy, helping it stay grounded, calm, and strong. These seeds are full of healthy fats, calcium, and plant compounds known as lignans, which gently support hormone balance and help soothe the bladder. Sesame seeds are especially beneficial for older women who experience more frequent urination at night. They work by relaxing the bladder wall and improving digestion. One simple way to enjoy them is in a small, lightly sweetened sesame ball after dinner, by stirring half a teaspoon of sesame paste into a warm cup of milk around 7:30 p.m. Just be sure not to pair them with heavy or sugary foods, as sesame works best with light evening meals. Each of these seeds and nuts plays a quiet role in supporting your body, not through strong medicine or strict rules, but through thoughtful daily choices. By selecting the right snack at the right time, you can help your bladder stay calm, your sleep deepen, and your mornings feel lighter and more refreshed. Most importantly, it's a way to remind yourself that your body, even now, is listening and will respond with love and healing if you care for it gently. Nuts to avoid after sunset. 1. Peanuts. A familiar favorite that may quietly disrupt your rest. Peanuts have been a go-to snack for decades. They're cozy, affordable, and often enjoyed during family gatherings, especially on cool evenings with a warm drink. But after age 60, the way our bodies handle familiar foods begins to shift. Peanuts are naturally high in both oils and sodium, which makes them heavier to digest. For older adults, that heaviness often translates into bloating or internal heat. Even worse, the salt content can increase thirst at night, causing you to reach for water and wake more frequently to use the bathroom. What once felt like comfort food can now quietly interrupt your rest. If you crave that satisfying crunch, try lightly roasted foxnuts with a hint of ghee and cumin instead. They provide the warmth and texture without the nighttime bladder strain. 2. Cashews, a creamy indulgence with hidden effects. Cashews, with their soft texture and mild sweetness, are a common ingredient in desserts and rich sauces. But they carry something that's not as sweet: oxalates, a natural compound that can irritate the bladder and even contribute to kidney stones if consumed regularly over time. This is particularly concerning for older adults, especially those with sensitive digestion or a history of urinary issues. For older adults with slower digestion or mild kidney concerns, eating cashews late in the evening may quietly increase bladder sensitivity. Cashews are also considered warming by nature. In traditional health systems, they're believed to increase internal heat, which can disrupt the body's cooling and calming processes at night. If you often feel overheated while sleeping or wake up in a sweat, cashews might be a hidden contributor. If you're in the mood for something soft and naturally sweet in the evening, try a slice of ripe papaya instead. It's gentle on digestion, helps cool the body, and doesn't stimulate the bladder, making it a much better bedtime companion. 3. Walnuts. Nourishing for the brain, but best saved for morning. Walnuts are often praised as food for the mind, and rightly so. They contain melatonin, a hormone that supports sleep, but they also include natural compounds that can slightly stimulate the bladder. For older adults who are already prone to nighttime waking, this can become a hidden source of disturbance. Unlike almonds or pistachios, walnuts tend to produce gas in some people, particularly when digestion slows in the evening. That trapped gas can create abdominal pressure that mimics the sensation of a full bladder, even if there's very little urine present. If you enjoy walnuts, it's best to have them in the morning, when digestion is more active and your body is alert. In the evening, soaked almonds make a better choice. They're cooler, milder, and more supportive of restful sleep. Chia seeds, the tiny seeds that swell at the wrong time. Chia seeds have become quite popular in recent years among seniors thanks to their fiber and omega-3 content. But many people don't realize that chia absorbs a large amount of water and expands in the stomach like a sponge. When eaten after 4 p.m., that expansion can create uncomfortable pressure against the bladder, even if you haven't had much to drink. For older adults who already struggle with bloating or frequent urination, this extra pressure can lead to a false sense of urgency during the night. Their high fiber content may also cause gas or cramps, especially as the digestive system begins to slow toward evening. It's not that chia seeds are harmful. In fact, they're very nutritious, but the timing of when you eat them matters. If you're looking for a soothing evening seed, lightly roasted sesame is a better fit. It warms the body, relaxes the bladder, and won't expand in your stomach. 5. Salted mixed nuts. A crunchy blend that leads to 2 a.m. thirst. Prepackaged mixed nuts seasoned with salt and spices are an easy snack for many older folks, especially during a television show or an evening chat. But the combination of salt, oil, and dense proteins isn't ideal when your body is trying to transition into rest mode. Salted nuts trigger thirst, which leads to more late-night sipping, and that, in turn, makes your kidneys stay active when they should be winding down. Normally, your body releases a hormone called vasopressin during the night, helping reduce urine production so you can sleep peacefully. But too much salt can interfere with this natural process, prompting your body to make more urine and disrupting your rest. When your diet includes too much salt, it can interfere with your body's natural production of vasopressin, the hormone that reduces urine output while you sleep. Without enough of it, your body keeps producing urine through the night, leading to more bathroom trips and broken rest. Instead of reaching for salted mixed nuts in the evening, try plain almonds or unsalted pistachios before 6 p.m. They satisfy without overstimulating the system. And if you still feel the need for a little something later in the night, a warm glass of milk with a pinch of turmeric may relax your body far more than any crunchy snack. Just as we switch our wardrobe with the seasons, it's equally wise to adjust our eating habits with age and time of day. Those 5 healthy nuts might seem harmless, but when eaten too late, they can quietly disrupt your sleep, irritate your bladder, and make your mornings feel sluggish. The good news? By simply changing what and when you snack, you can reclaim more peaceful nights and wake up feeling more refreshed, just like you did years ago. For many older adults, evenings aren't just about resting the body, they're about honoring it gently. Maybe you've spent the day tending your backyard, chatting with a neighbor, or helping your grandkids with homework. As the day winds down, your body begins preparing for sleep, and even the smallest choices like when you eat and what you choose start to matter more than ever. When it comes to eating nuts after 60, timing is just as important as portion size. Health professionals and traditional wellness experts alike often recommend enjoying nuts earlier in the day, ideally before 6 o'clock or 7 p.m., and never too close to bedtime. Why? Because after dusk, digestion slows down and your kidneys begin preparing for rest. Eating something heavy or oily too late in the evening can keep the bladder active and unintentionally disrupt your sleep. One more tip: try not to mix nuts with watery fruits like citrus or watermelon in the evening. When combined, they expand in the stomach and may create extra pressure on the bladder. This can result in a false urge to urinate, waking you up unnecessarily. Also, don't eat nuts on an empty stomach, and avoid going beyond 1 handful per day. A good portion is about 25 to 30 grams, roughly the size of your closed fist. If you like a little variety, try pairing a few soaked almonds with some roasted foxnuts in the afternoon. This simple combo is rich in healthy fats, light on the stomach, and helps calm the body perfect between 4:30 and 6 p.m. After a light dinner, a small sesame ball, not too sweet, can add warmth and ease to the bladder before bed. At this stage in life, it's no longer about restriction. It's about rhythm. It's about choosing foods with care and honoring the quiet wisdom your body has carried all these years. As the years go by, our body begins to whisper instead of shout. And one of those quiet whispers comes at night when you're lying in bed, the fan humming above. And yet your sleep breaks again. The urge to urinate may come once or twice or even 3 times before the sun rises. And while many say it's just age, the truth is a few small lifestyle changes can make a beautiful difference. The first and most powerful habit is to eat dinner early, preferably before 7 p.m. In many Indian homes, families gather late due to work, television serials, or evening puja. But after 60, your digestion slows down and eating too late puts pressure on your bladder as your body tries to rest. Also, avoid watery foods like cucumber, raw tomato, or thin soups after 6 p.m. They are healthy in the daytime, but at night they may increase urine production and disturb your sleep. The second tip is one many elders often overlook. Avoid tea, milk, or any fluid after 8 p.m. While a glass of warm milk may feel comforting, it adds fluid to your system right before bedtime. This gives your kidneys more to process and your bladder more reasons to wake you. If your throat feels dry, take a few sips only, just enough to swallow any medicine, but not a full cup. Another quiet trap is the habit of going to the washroom just in case before sleeping. It sounds wise, but actually trains your bladder to empty too early, even when it's not full. Over time, your body learns to wake up for very small amounts of urine, causing more frequent sleep interruptions. So instead, listen to your real urge, not the habit. And if you feel unsure, distract yourself with a short prayer, a soft bhajan, or a few pages from the Ramayana. Now let us talk about your sleeping posture, something rarely discussed but deeply important. Try sleeping on your left side, as this position reduces pressure on your bladder and improves digestion. Use a low, soft pillow to keep your neck aligned, and place a thin cushion between your knees if you have back pain. Also, wear light cotton sleepwear. Avoid polyester or heavy fabrics that trap heat. A cool, airy room helps regulate hormones like vasopressin, which reduces nighttime urination. These are not big changes. They are small acts of care done not just for comfort but for dignity. Because waking up again and again in the night doesn't only break your sleep, it slowly breaks your confidence. And you deserve better. You deserve to rest deeply, to wake up smiling, and to feel steady in your body once again. Let tonight be the night you try just one of these small changes. Perhaps it begins with an earlier dinner or one less cup of tea. And you may find that your sleep becomes softer, your mornings clearer, and your heart a little lighter. So today we have gently walked through something that may seem small, just a few types of nuts, and some evening habits. But as you now know, these simple choices can make a real difference in how peacefully you sleep, how rested you feel, and how light your mornings become. Sometimes good health is not about big medicines or strict rules. It's about understanding the quiet needs of your aging body and responding with love. If something in this video touched your heart or made you think of your own journey, I would truly love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts or simply write the word hope in the comments, because hope is a beautiful thing. It reminds us that change is always possible no matter the age. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and share it with a friend or loved one who may also need this comfort. Your one small action might bring relief to someone who has been quietly struggling too. Until we meet again, I wish you nights as calm as the breeze in your courtyard and mornings as fresh as the first sip of chai by your window. Take care, and may peace find you gently tonight and every night ahead.